Inside of me, there was a crazy woman. That part of me that was entangled with fear, looking at myself, a woman who is fighting a daily battle, wielding her weapons in war every single day. I have said it before and I will say it again. It is never easy. Gripping to your thoughts, you become a slave to your own mind. You can spend your life wallowing in despair, wondering why you were the one who was led towards the road strewn with pain. Or you can be grateful that you are strong enough to survive it. I say to myself, stop, no regrets and endless pain. I choose life. Journey towards recovery was painstakingly difficult, but every step along the way was worth it when I knew I was closer to living a life of freedom. I have become even stronger through my hardships and through the process of recovery. I am Nur Azlinda Zulkifli, and this is my story. Begin with the right intention. One must intend to seek knowledge for the sake of Allah. We seek knowledge so as to get ourselves closer to Allah. With the guidance of Allah, I went through my self-healing. Through Islamic practice recovery, I led myself to be. I decided to pen down my journey, drawing attention to a meaningful cause. The idea struck me when people get inspired by my story. The more I felt that it is important to share my recovery, hoping to motivate, to enlighten others throughout their own journey, so that others will find this book as part of their healing.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, I will be starting my this month workshop. Okay, as per norm, our first start is the concept of Islamic psychology, where we actually understand there's a combination of Western psychology plus the Islamic mind process. Okay, so we will do recap on the previous month, December 2022, on the iceberg model of Islamic psychotherapy by Abdullah Rahman and Adrian Cole in UK 2018. So if you're able to see the difference between Western model, Islamic model actually comprises nouns, arc, and ruh. Okay, we are looking at the behavior, cognition, emotion, and spiritual state, where Western model actually look at nouns and calc, which is the conscious and the subconscious mind lah. Okay. Then under the instant insight of Dr. T.K. Harris, MD, UK, 2020, which this is also covered under my self-healing Islamic recovery journey book. Okay, we are looking at the basic of Islamic mind process, IMP, which is the focus of the heart, not a physical heart, but your true inner self, your intellect, your IQ, which is your mind, followed by your nerves, emotion, okay, which is your EQ, okay, and the progress of life. So to know more regarding about this, you can refer back to my videos in December on the Islamic mind process. Okay, in November 2022, we did cover under the behavior portion. This is the formula that I cover in that videos, where we are going for today. We are going more in depth on the change, the stage of change model, which is looking at our behavior. Okay, which we call it our Islamic Personality Development, IPD. Okay, so for a start, we need to understand that habits actually can take anywhere between 18 to 254 days, estimate that around 2 weeks to 3 months, typically 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. Okay, so this is the findings from Dr. Nora Volkov, Director of National Institute of Health in US. Okay, so when we come to habits, it will lead you to an addiction if that habit is bad. Okay, bad habits. Okay, so behavioral can be such as shopping, gambling, playing video games, even to having this also leads to a drug addicts experience, a substance addiction. But it's not similar with impulse addiction, because impulse addiction is more to impulse control disorder, is related to your feelings and behavior. Okay, where behavioral is focused only on behavioral, where impulse addiction is more on your emotions and your behavior. That means in Malay we call it tingkah laku mengikut emosi. Okay, so that's what is the difference between behavioral and impulse. So this behavioral and impulse addiction is the bad habit, so we need to change this bad habit into a good habits. So this is where we learn regarding about the personality development. Under Western personality development, so basically we have pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. I don't want to cover much on Western personality development. I think there's a lot of scholars, there's a lot of articles or books regarding about this, so I won't be covering on this that much, but I'm going to cover on the IPD, Islamic Personality Development. For today will be pre-contemplation and contemplation. Okay, so pre-contemplation and contemplation are very closely work together. Okay, pre-contemplation is basically where people are not taking seriously about any changing lah. So so-called they are not interested in seeking any help. So they depends on their current bad habit. Then they also don't think that is a problem. Their bad habit is a problem. Okay, so that is pre-contemplation. So under Dr. D. Clement has referred to them as the 4 Rs: reluctant, rebellion, resignation, and rationalization. Are those who, through lack of knowledge of inertia, do not want to consider change. Okay, so that is pre-contemplation. But here we are talking about contemplation. Okay, the most important thing, which is under the Ignama Akmalu Biniat. Okay, everything we will start with our intention. Okay, to move forward to contemplation, we need to have the intention, which is our niat. Okay, as you able to see from Hadith Imam Bukhari and Muslim. So basically, with this, we actually require to have this there's another one more surah I did not put in this slides, which is from Al-Quran, Ar-Rad, surah 13, okay, verse 11. Okay, truly Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Okay, basically in this surah, in this verse, indicating that we as a human, we have to initiate the change. Okay, we at the same time we have to accept that we have the bad habit, we have the bad behavior in ourselves, to initiate the changes. So it go back to our ignama amalu biniat, it go back to our intention. Okay, so basically we need to understand that realization in Islam for this personality development under contemplation, knowing the state of our heart is important, which is our cup, our true inner self. Okay, we need to do our self reflection of our own bad habits, our own bad behavior, to understand or to categorize or to pen down item number 1, number 2, number 3. What are our bad behavior or habits that we want to change? Okay, do your self-reflection. That is the first most important thing. Secondly, having the right intention for change. Okay, having this right intention, your niat, because we don't want this to change. For example, and some people change because, oh, my girlfriend want me to change, that's why I change. Okay, no, the only right intention for any changes is your niat, is the change is because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one else. Okay, you want to change to get the so-called the achievement or the reward from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is for your own, so that you don't rebound, you don't relapse, because you are changing for Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, then understanding the nature of the change. Okay, you need to understand the nature of the change. That means go back to your intention also. Okay, you change this for what purpose, for what habit. You need to elaborate more. Once you already pen down your bad habit, you need to know the nature of that change. Why do you think that is a bad habit or bad behavior for yourself? Okay, so basically, to understand the nature, there's always a few ways which I also cover in my November workshop, which is you can do it through elimination, you can do it through substitution, you can do it through reduction. Okay, so you can refer to my previous workshops, previous videos. Okay, then if you're able to see the definition under Merriam-Webster dictionary, contemplation is concentration on spiritual things as a form of private devotion, a state of mystical awareness of God's being. That is contemplation. Okay, so in definition in Malay is merenung. Definition is Islam is tafakur. Okay, so there's this hadith from Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, deep thoughts. Contemplation is the beginning of and the key to all goods. Okay, so you need to think and ponder of the goodness, okay, of what being created by Allah. So this is where I'm going to cover regarding about the Tauhid Rububiyah and Tauhid Uluhiyah. Okay, so Tauhid Rububiyah is coming from the word of Arab, which means the one who own, the one who create, the one who so-called pentadbir. Okay, so basically we are trying to say that Allah is the only creation. He's the only creation of the whole universe. There's no one else. Okay, we are talking about the greatness of Allah for being the creator. Okay, so there's this one supporting so-called dalil Al-Quran Az-Zuruf from verse 87, dan jika kamu bertanyakan mereka tentang siapakah pencipta mereka, nasihya mereka menjawab Allah. Okay, so basically when we are talking about Tauhid Rububiyah, example, when we sitting at the beach, okay, we are looking at the sky, we're looking at the ocean, okay, we are feeling the sense of appreciation, the sense of gratitude. We are looking at we as a small human being. Allah actually, the creator, able to build as big as the ocean, as huge as the sky, then we are only a small human. Okay, so we should be blessed that we are part of the creator, the creation of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, even sometimes when I do traveling and that when I look at the clouds while I'm on the plane, I come into tears because I can't realize that I come to realize that mashallah, the creator, the creation of Allah is so great that I feel so small in this world. Okay, that's how I appreciate the creation of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, when we're looking at Tauhid Uluhiyah, okay, it comes from the word Al-Ilah, where we actually only pray to one God. Okay, if we are looking at what Bilal used to say, is Ahadun Ahad, Allah is one. Okay, I love that verse. I love that word, the statement Ahadun Ahad. Okay, so basically we are doing all the praise only to Allah, no one else. That is where we follow the pillars of Islam, okay, which is part of it. Or one of the rukun is to pray to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay, there's this supporting dalil is in Al Quran Al-An'am verse 162, sesungguhnya solatku, ibadahku, hidupku, matiku hanyalah untuk Allah, Tuhan semesta alam. Do you realize that we actually recite this for all our prayers? Okay, inna solati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin. Okay, we do this in every solat during the doa iftitah. Okay, is the opening of our solat, that we are showing and we are doing this practice of tauhid uluhiyah without we realizing, because maybe we are not aware or we have no knowledge during that point of time. So I hope that during this session you learn something, that this is part of tauhid uluhiyah. Okay, so when we recite this, I love this verse so much, because it brings me to so-called down to earth, that telling myself that I'm doing this, I'm praying, my whatever deed that I'm doing, my life, my death, everything is because of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So that is the greatness of this Islamic personality development during the stage, the change stage of contemplation. Okay, so the benefits of both Tauhid Rububiyah and Tauhid Uluhiyah. When we are talking about the Rububiyah benefits, okay, we actually learn to be more appreciative of all the good deeds, or all the creations, all the so-called whatever happens in our life because of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay, it's also a form of creation of a community or society to actually practice the way of Islam, the path of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay, by doing practice of Tauhid Rububiyah. Okay, it also helps to develop an individual to be afraid to do all these sins. Okay, so when we talk about uluhiyah, okay, we also develop a community or society to go as one, where we actually jihad to the path of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay, then at the same time we feel menginsafi diri. That means we feel so-called obliged, so-called we realize that we are the one of the creation of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. We are just small human in the whole universe that being created by Allah. Okay. And then by doing this uluhiyah, when we keep on reciting inna solati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alamin, we are holding to the akidah and our iman to say that Allah is one. Okay, ahadun ahad. Okay, so that's all for the part of pre-contemplation and contemplation. I hope that it will be a very useful information for you guys. Okay, so basically let me just repeat for you all those important information from this overall workshops. Okay, Iqnama A'malu Biniyat. First of all, you must have your intention, your niyat, to actually do your changes in your behavior. So your realization, knowing the stage of your heart, your qalb, okay, having the right intention, your nafs, your emotion, okay, understanding the nature using your mind, your akli, okay. Then followed by, we are doing the tafakkur during this stage of contemplation. Think and ponder. Deep thoughts contemplation is the beginning of and the key to all good. That means you have to initiate the change, and you have to accept your bad habits. Okay. Then Tauhid Rububiyah, Tauhid Uluhiyah, this is very important in our Islamic life throughout our daily routine, so that we have to remember that we live in this world, if not because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we won't be here. Okay, so whatever it is, we have to be thankful, we have to be appreciative that Allah still giving us the chance to actually change our behavior while we are still alive. Okay, Allah never ever give up on every of their umat to actually make changes to be a good person. Okay, until the day that you already dead, then we don't want that to happen lah, na'udzubillah min zalik, yeah. Okay, so it's best that whenever we have the chance to actually develop a good behavior, a good personality in ourselves towards the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, always a good start. Okay, we don't consider our age, our race, our so called, we are looking at having ourselves to be a good person, be facing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the future when we already pass away. Okay, so this is part of my self-healing Islamic recovery journey book. Okay, I do support everyone to actually get one of the book. Okay, I managed to sell 100 books over, so I'm looking forward that everyone to have this book as well. Okay, you can find at few location in Singapore. I have a reseller from Maxner selling at $20. Okay, then at the same time I'm leaving you my contact number. For locals, you can actually make payment through PayNow. Okay, other than that, I also have a store inside my website. Okay, anyone who wish to actually purchase the book can go through the store, or you can go through my published book to get more information to the link for Patrick's publisher Singapore, where we can actually send this book overseas as well. Okay, and then for this slide, I also have this slide in the workshops tab. There will be a presentation slides where you can refer to, you can download it, everything is for free. Okay, so I also appreciate for any contribution as low as $1 for the effort that I'm doing for this sharing. Okay, my niat is to actually doing this da'wah to share all my knowledge to everyone. So for any private interaction, you can just email me, or you can go through the contact us via my website. I see you again. Assalamualaikum.